Picking up newborn kittens can be a bit of a challenge. There are several things you want to talk that I'd like to talk about when you can do that. First of all, you have to understand that it's not just the kitten you want to interact with, but you also have the mother. Obviously, though, if you have an orphan kitten, then you have a different situation. But you really have to be very respectful of handling newborn kittens around the mother and not take them away, especially for the first 2 weeks or so. A kitten actually is blind and deaf when it's born. It can't see for the first 7 to 10 days, and it won't hear until about 2 weeks old, when their ears actually open up and they start hearing. So picking them up, the only contact they have is just that tactile movement of your hand on the cat, and it's not really responding to anything else. So sometimes I think the idea of picking them up and becoming socialized, the reason why, I mean, it's great to have newborn kittens. I mean, they're lots of fun, and the kids have a good time with them and everything. But there's a limit to what you want to do as far as handling them, and especially during those first 2 weeks, because you want to make sure that they're well attached to the mom, they're nursing well, and she doesn't get riled, because if she gets stressed, then you have a lot of other problems. We've had issues with mothers trying to move their cats out of a room or out of a nest, or even getting worst case scenarios where they'll just either leave them alone, abandon them, or worse. But so handling them is an issue, but it's great to do. Usually I say don't do it before 2 weeks. Their eyes are open, they can respond, they're crying, they're eating, they're crying, or they're sleeping, usually the first 2 weeks. And after that, they'll start getting socialized and start getting more active and looking around. So from 3-4 weeks, you can start handling them. And it's really a good idea to handle kittens. A lot of times, if you don't get them socialized at a young age, as they get older, I don't know if you've had experience, but some cats really aren't all that friendly, or they can be a different behavior, or they're just not used to being handled. And that sometimes can just be because of how they were raised when they were young. If they were never exposed to people, never handled, they're going to be very shy about that. Some cats will be. Some cats, no matter what you do, they'll just love you to death, and everything will be fine. And then also other cats, you can handle them all you want, and they just never seem to be really people oriented. But a lot of times it will help if you do handle cats. Make sure when you're picking up a cat, though, just be aware of the mom and handle them gently.